Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today we're going to be talking about Blue Lock Chapter 305. Like and subscribe for more content in the preceding chapter of Blue Lock. Ego Sensei Seijai and the other Blue Lock players some recordings to study in preparation for the U-20 World Cup. The chapter, titled X23, has 20 pages. The editor's note reads, "The secret ingredient is kindness. With this tenderness, the deliciousness increases." The chapter begins with Tyree Anri preparing her special yakisoba, while Ego is pulling all-nighters to create training content and paperwork for all 23 players. When Anri inquires about Ego's activities during the 14-day break, he diverts her attention by asking about the intricacies of cooking. Anri explains that she first considers her desired meal and then gathers the necessary ingredients. Ego reveals that his own approach to winning the U-20 World Cup is akin to cooking. Now, Ego must find the missing ingredients within the next 14 days. If you want to reclaim your title, go there. Meanwhile, Shibaru is astonished to discover that his training guide has led him to a team of exceptionally muscular American football players, not soccer players. Baru is utterly perplexed, as this sport is vastly different from what he is accustomed to. This could imply that Ego is training Baru to develop a robust physique capable of handling even more intense tackling. Learning by teaching. Embrace your childhood. Meguru Bakira finds himself in an elementary school, where he is greeted by delighted school children who are thrilled to have a Blue Lock player as their coach, much to Bakira's surprise. It appears that this training is aimed at teaching him patience while also exploiting his innate flexibility of movement by allowing him to move without limitations to his imagination. This training might even equip him with the skills to instruct others on the Blue Lock U-20 team. However, this could also foreshadow Bakira's own future, possibly becoming a football teacher to younger students after completing his time in Blue Lock. Throw away your legs and become a fish. Tsurugi Zantetsu and Hayoma Chidori are both engaged in swimming, but they have distinct focuses. Zantetsu is focused on adaptation, ensuring that his legs can be utilized beyond the conventional logic of football. Get an enduring cardiopulmonary system at your own pace. However, Chidori must build up his stamina, which has been a constant side gag and actual health issue for him during matches. If he is to live in Blue Lock, he must avoid breaking his body too often. The answer lies in battle. Become the strongest in hand-to-hand combat. Meanwhile, Kunigami Rensuk is sparring with a boxing instructor, which suggests that Kunigami might actually use hand-to-hand combat during football. This is insane, but speaking of which, we cut to Shido Ryusei, who apparently was told to do as he pleased within the 14-day period and Blue Lock would cover all the costs. Right now, Shido is having the time of his life skydiving while having someone on his back. As Ego tells Ito Shirin to take a good look at his own ego, he says that destruction is not enough of a desire. While meditating, Rin thinks of two people in his mind, his older brother Asii and his arch-nemesis Yoichi Seijai. The old sensei in the dogo strikes his head with a stick, which really angers Rin as it is the 50th time. The 50th time of the day? If so, Rin might as well have a few concussions. Now we have a good focus on Ryo as he is on a treadmill, still hung up by Nagi's regrets from chapter 300, Innocent. A good start to Pride Month, thinking about your ex-boyfriend regretting being codependent towards you. He lies down on the training mat from all the sweaty work, feeling as awful as Nagi, living a life without him. Do we just skip the Ryo depression arc while having 2 full chapters of Nagi depression? The injustice. Kidding aside, it is nice to be reminded that Ryo also felt just as bad, having known Nagi in his life. Baya, Ryo's butler, arrives with a letter from Blue Lock. This is Ego's instruction for him. As a special soldier of Blue Lock, Ryo must copy the surviving player's techniques and become the master copy. Ego assures Ryo of his path to becoming number one still remains, something Ryo and Nagi have always dreamed about. Will Nagi and Ryo meet again in the football field in some way? It better not be through the cheap twist of Ego's hand being forced by Buritsuda, as established in Chapter 303, Blue Lock Japan, but that could still work out for good writing. After giving the SD card containing the recordings of the other 22 players that came with the letter, Bio worries that Ryo's physical abilities will not be enough for the demand. Ryo assures him that he can do this, and it is better he moves his body than his head. Promising to conquer this assignment, Ryo also understands that Ego's words always have a meaning beyond imagination. This whole line is the start of what everyone else is saying in their own training. Everyone promises to be the main character during the U-20 World Cup arc. The chapter ends with Ego eating Anri's yakisoba, saying everyone is a striker. We see a note that Ego left for Anri as a sign that he does have a heart. For 5 seconds. To Tairi Anri, your yakisoba was delicious. Make sure to sleep properly in your own room. Good job, fuck OFF. Number 1 times 23 players. The chemical reaction that will follow to become the new fusion of Blue Lock's rebirth. Are we headed for another long arc? The Neo-Egoist arc is the longest arc in Blue Lock at 151 chapters and is close enough to being one of the longest arcs in manga, surpassing the likes of One Piece's Wano Country arc or Kingdom's Western Zhao invasion arc. But we have yet to see or could conceive of a way for Blue Lock to have an arc as long as Bleach's 1,000-year Blood War arc or Naruto's Fourth Great Ninja War. Can Blue Lock surpass its own longest arc, which has lasted more than 3 years since its publication on November 17, 2021, and maybe even propel the manga to new heights in terms of sales and popularity? Editor's note. Through Ego's plan, Japan's number 1 Blue Lock striker soul will shake the world. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.